We all know and love, don't we, that very famous phrase, "Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside." That song really resonates with everybody over here in the United Kingdom, and no doubt to many people across the Commonwealth and the world, if you've been lucky enough to visit some of our wonderful coastal towns. You know the ones I'm talking about: Worthing, Eastbourne, Brighton, Blackpool, Scarborough, Filey, Hornsey, and then of course beautiful places like Ayr up in Scotland, many wondrous wonders over in Wales too. Been to Rhyl, lovely place, Colwyn Bay, nice, appeared there. Yes, your theatre. Oh yes, we've been everywhere in this life, let me tell you. But on a serious note, when you go away, particularly over here in the United Kingdom, it's the coastal break that is the thing, you know. It's a sort of tradition, if you think. Of course, we all decided, didn't we, to go on holidays with pay, all thanks to that government incentive way back in the 1930s. It was so popular, even movie companies made movies about it. One, of course, starring the brilliant Frank Randall, the late comedian, and popularised by people like Gracie Fields, who even filmed up in the brilliant seaside resort of Blackpool. But now you literally could be taking your life in your own hands, and this is all to do with the fact our ever bigger migrant crisis. As ever, let me explain. You pack, you know, for your holidays, and you do sit back and think all you want to do is sit outside perhaps your hotel, or indeed perhaps on a wonderful seaside pier, get a deck chair, knotted hanky on your head, drop off, pot of tea, couple of donuts, fish and chips, eat all the things that are bad for you. You should be able to relax. But what the mainstream media are not telling you is simply this: seaside coastal towns are becoming a hotbed of literally things that really you would not assume would happen whilst on holiday. Now, the bottom line is this: when you go to a place like, say, Skegness, which has now been infiltrated with migrants living in hotels, and of course places like Blackpool, if you were nodding off on the pier, you could wake up to find a gang of migrants guiding round your deck chair, demanding either your phone or your wallet. Now, people say, "Oh, really?" Trust me, people talk about cameras, etc. Cameras are everywhere, but as a chief police was telling me the other night when we were discussing this problem, it's simply impossible to police, because by the time they get there, they've dispersed, and of course, nobody can give a direct and ideal description. Why is this happening? Well, most of the migrants are being fielded out to the coastal areas, particularly things like holiday parks and very big hotels that are only really used around about 6 months of the year. The ones that normally need refurbishing, you get the picture. But while all of these people are taken to a foreign land, as it were, left to rot virtually in a coastal town with nothing to do, obviously crime soars, and that hasn't been backed up either. So what I would say to anybody now coming over to the United Kingdom, particularly if you're thinking of taking that very short break, relaxing and thinking, "I'll just drop off," be very careful where you are. Make sure you always have someone with you. And more importantly, do not go to sleep and wake up to find people gathering around you demanding things. Because literally, quite frankly, you're on your own. Neil Sean, minus a bucket and spade, in the very heart of London.